Hey, welcome back. So let's add some data validation here, so that we don't allow any other files apart from images to be in here. Now, this is just the first layer of validation. Of course, on the PHP side, we'll validate the image even further because people are crafty. They may edit your JavaScript to get it to run a certain way, and then they'll be able to upload executable files, etc., which won't be good. And then on top of that, we need a preview here when we try to upload it. So let's limit the selection to only JPEG and PNG files. So right here in the upload course image, I'm going to come here and create an array called allowed. So say var allowed, we'll call it allowed types is equal to, and let's make an array. We're just looking at the image extension, that's all, the file extension, that's it, which is not a very good way of validating file types because file extensions can be changed quite easily, but it's better than nothing. We are going to still do another type of validation on the other side that will confirm if it's really an image or not. So allowed types is that, and we need to check if before we start uploading. So we check here. First of all, let's get the file extension from this file. Now the file name of this thing is in file.name, right? So if we grab that, we can get a file extension from it. So we're going to say var ext, which is file extension, is equal to, I'll do file.name, which is a string, and then I'll use the .split function. Now split creates an array by splitting the string depending on the character that you've given here. So here, let's say there's a file named let's see, movie .avi, right? So if I split this using the dot, it's going to have an array with this item and that item, even though sometimes you can have a file like this, my.movie.avi. Still, the file extension is the last item, so it's going to have 3 items, and the last item is the file extension. So whenever we create this and tell it to split like this, the file extension will always be at the end. Now, even if there's no dot in here, it's just text like this, it will still create an array with only 1 item. So the thing we can be sure about is that the last item is always the file extension. So we can use .pop at the end like this, because we know the result of this is an array. Then this is an array function, so it can pop the last item. Pop gets the last item of an array and puts it in whatever you set there. So we've grabbed this string, split it, and then popped the last item into here. Yep, yeah, that's what it is. So now we have a file extension. So let's just check if it is included in here. So we're just going to say if allowed types dot, I don't know, is it contains or includes? I'm always not sure about this, but I think it includes ext. Now the file extension sometimes, this one could be uppercase, right? So what we'll do is we'll say ext is equal to ext.to lower case, just to make sure that we're on the same page with these guys. So if allowed types that includes ext, then we are good to go. So we shouldn't care then because it's an allowed file type. But if it isn't, let's put the exclamation point, and then here we'll say return, and then let's tell the user why we have returned. So let's say only files of type of this type allowed, like this. So let's put a full so we can explain which ones are allowed. Now, I don't want to physically type these because then I'll have two places where I have typed the same thing. So instead, what I'll do is I'll get allowed types here and say .toString. This will convert the array into a string, and then I can tell it what to put in the middle, which is a comma in my case. Okay, so only files of this type allowed, and then we'll get that list there and then return. Goody. Let's see if that works at all. So refresh, let's grab that same movie, open, and it says only files of this type allowed. See, JPEG, PNG, etc. Okay, so that has failed. Let's try another file. Same thing, not allowed. Let's try an image, and there we go, it has uploaded. Very cool. So that's our basic validation right there. What did I forget here? So please remember to validate image extension. Remember to put comments in your stuff, just so you know what's going on. Begin upload. Okay, great. Alrighty then, this is cool. Now, in all this time, we're not receiving our data on the other side, right? So we should be able to receive it. Only thing I want is to alert you to what we have received on the other side. So this is going to be in the response text. So right now it comes out empty because we are not receiving anything. And remember, this is going to the admin controller here, and we are on the edit page, so it will definitely go into this section because we have uploaded something. It's as good as we've clicked the post button. So if the type is read, then we are here, but if the type is save, then we are here. So we can add an extra one here. So I'm just going to copy this and put it there, paste. Okay, now we have one more type. So data type, and data type is equal to, let me see, what did I send it as? So data type is right here, it's upload course image. So copy that. Let's come back to admin and paste there. So at this point, let me just echo. Whatever I echo here will be returned as a result. So just say image upload so that we can see if things did go well before we try to do anything drastic. So refresh and let's browse for an image and send it. And you can see it says image upload there. Very good, which means we got to this point. Very nice. Now instead of this, I just wanted to show me what's contained in the files. First of all, I'll show you what's contained in the post. Okay, so the post variable should have two things: data type, and I don't remember what the other thing is that we are sending, but let's see. Clickety click. And this is what we get. We get data type, which is upload course image, and then the tab name, what tab we are on, and that's course landing page. Okay, so that's great. Very good. Now, as you can see, there's no file in there at all. But if I show you the files variable as well, you see that it contains the file itself. So let's redo this upload again. And this time you see we get more information. So from the post variable, we get any text values. From the files variable, we get all files. So here there's an image. So it's inside image, which is an array. And then we have the image name, the full path, etc., etc. So this is great. This is great. Yeah. course landing page. Wait, upload course image. Data types. Maybe we can be more let's see here. What are we looking for really? Course landing page. Is it here? Okay. Maybe using the tab is better. So I'm going to copy this. Wait. Tab name, data type. Really doesn't really matter here at this point. So what I want to do is upload this image somewhere. Now, if we go to our public folder, we have an uploads folder here, of course, and we have images. Okay. What was this for, I wonder? You know, it's been a while. I don't remember what I used that for at all. Okay, regardless, we're going to have an uploads folder with a folder named courses, and then that's where we'll put our files. So once we reach this point, we know we're uploading a file, but let's confirm by checking if a file does exist. So we'll say if files image, we know it's inside an image, and that's an array, and then there's name. Okay, so if not empty, so if that name is not empty, which means we have a file going on there. Let me do this here. Okay, then things are good. So if that is working, then things are good, and we should make sure that we are on the correct tab, that is. So what information did I send? Tab name. Oh, great. I don't know what the tab name is, but for now we can ignore that. So once we have this, we need to check. Let me put errors here because I can send errors back if I want. So what I'll do is, do we have errors at the top here? No, we do not. So for validation, it's always better to put errors is equal to empty array. And then let's validate this. On this point, I'll say if, let's put an if statement. Now, if you saw what we had previously, let me show you this again, just in case you missed it. Okay, so it shows us the name, it shows us the type. So this confirms that this is a JPEG actually. Then it shows us if there are any errors that occurred, and then the size of the file. So you can limit the file size. So we're going to do all of this, limit file size, and then we copy it from the temp name here. So I'll just copy this temp name here. In order to move the file, we just say move uploaded file, and then the source of the file is in temp name. Let me do this. But this temp name is inside the files image, like this. Okay, and then we should have a destination there. That's all we need to move this file. So for now, I'm just going to move the file without checking for anything. So I'll put a destination and say destination is equal to, we'll create a folder and then concatenate that folder with a file name. Now, sometimes, what do we do here? We need to be clever about this. So what I would do is I'll put the timestamp here just to make the file unique. In case this same file has been uploaded several times, we don't want it repeated, because if we repeat the same image for two different courses, then if we delete the image from one course, it will delete from the other one as well. So that's why the image is better unique. So I'm going to put the file name at the end. So we have a timestamp, which makes it unique. And then we have the file name at the end, which includes the file extension. So that's destination for us. But we need to create a folder, of course. So here I'm just going to say, we can do all this at the top here. the folder is required regardless what happens. So let's create the folder here. So I'm just going to say folder is equal to uploads and then courses, like that. All right, that's enough. So let's check if the file exists, the folder exists. Folder, like that. We only care if it doesn't exist, so we'll make a new directory. If it doesn't, we'll add the folder, give it permissions, and then put true for recursive creation. And there we go. So we put a note there to say if it does not exist, then create the folder. True is there in case we put folders like this, then even if this folder does not exist, it will create this one by first creating this one, because normally if you put false here, it will say could not create because this folder does not exist. So just to keep that in mind. So always better to put true there. Okay, so we have a folder and we now have a destination, and so we can actually upload, which is nice. So let me put these on ice like this. Okay, great. So we should see here a new folder called courses in uploads and the file there. So let's try that. Let me refresh, browse, and where are we? There we go. Boom. So let's check it out in our project. And as you can see, there's a courses folder, and in there is our file of our Will Smith. Yes. So things are working as intended. Very cool. All right, let's continue in the next video.